24 hours after WrestleMania 23 for what is traditionally one of the most watched shows of the year, Raw followed up the record pay-per-view by building each hour on the follow-up of the top two matches on the brand, with Michaels vs. Cena in the first and the Bald McMahon fallout from the Battle of the Billionaires in the second, seeing Cena and Michaels opening Raw for the follow-up confrontation, with Michaels building up the heat for the rematch, saying that it was clear to everybody watching last night that he is the better performer, kicking off Raw with the expected massive audience of over 5.7 million viewers, with the Michaels and Cena portion of the show continuing for the first 35 minutes. Following up the promo exchange in the first quarter with two back-to-back 10-man battle royals for the tag titles, hovering around the 6 million viewers range in the second most watched 9 to 10 p.m. hour of Raw since the return to the USA Network. Coming off the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, with Rumble winner Undertaker making surprise appearances on Raw and ECW to tease him going after either Cena and Lashley in the WrestleMania title match, SmackDown on February 2nd was built on the third champion Batista calling out Taker for the answer in a segment heavily hyped for almost 2 hours, seeing the broadcast having major viewership growth from start to finish, to go from 4.8 in the first hour to 5.4 million viewers in the second, building to a massive final quarter which saw Batista's challenge to Taker instead bringing out Cena for a rare SmackDown appearance, with both top champions in the company looking for Taker's answer, followed up by Taker, Shawn Michaels and eventually Vince McMahon, all coming out with the segment jumping big to peak the night with a 3.7 rating and over 6 million viewers, while in the process driving SmackDown overall to a CW network record audience, with the first full broadcast to cross over the 5 million viewers mark, ending up with Vince booking the No Way Out main event tag match along with setting up a big Taker decision segment to open Raw next Monday. After promoting the deciding Michaels vs. Cena match for last Monday before a bait-and-switch of Great Khali taking out Michaels backstage to set him up as the next challenger for the title, Raw on May 7th opened with Michaels confronting McMahon to challenge Khali for later tonight, setting up a #1 contender match for the Judgment Day pay-per-view, with the first Michaels vs. Khali match going 6 minutes to open the second hour, spiking 1 million viewers to the most watched quarter of the night by 10 p.m. to end with Michaels doing an injury angle a week before being legitimately written off television for the next 5 months. One of the most hyped Raw shows in years, with a loaded star power crew featuring Rock, Austin, McMahon, Trump and Foley all appearing throughout the night, saw the build-up to the Cena vs. Michaels WWE title match continuing second from the top to the Battle of the Billionaires contract signing, with Cena and Michaels opening the broadcast in a segment to set up their match for later tonight, being placed minutes after Rock made his first appearance on WWE television in almost 3 years to bump up the building, with Cena and Michaels opening Raw's second hour in a 3-team gauntlet tag titles match, running over 2 quarters from 9:50 to 10:15 p.m. with all 3 matches going 11 minutes in total to gain over 800,000 viewers into the 6 million viewers range with a 4.3 rating, continuing the Michaels-Cena tension, with them one-upping each other throughout while retaining the tag titles 2 weeks to WrestleMania 23. After drawing the huge main event number last Monday, and with him rejuvenated back on one of the hottest streaks of his career as a singles headliner, Shawn Michaels opened Raw to announce that HBK is officially back to target another run with the WWE title, entering into the Royal Rumble to bring out Edge for the response, with Edge and Michaels starting a show-long brawl building into the main event, setting up Michaels vs. Edge in a street fight, with the company looking to ride the hot Michaels vs. Rated RKO feud to another potentially massive number, seeing Michaels vs. Edge going 14 minutes in another violent match in their series to peak the night with a 4.4 rating and over 6.2 million viewers, closing the Rumble build-up with Michaels positioned as the heavy favorite on the Raw side, with strong momentum for him and the brand in general after the past 2 weeks of near-year high viewerships. kicking off the road to WrestleMania 23 24 hours after the Rumble pay-per-view, which saw Undertaker winning the Rumble match to all but officially set up the years-in-the-making SmackDown main event of Taker vs. Batista. The build to the WWE title match started on Raw, with Michaels and Cena starting the hype to the Raw title match, with the added twist of McMahon booking them to team up against Edge and Orton for the tag titles, seeing the Rated RKO vs. Michaels feud continuing the string of massive numbers, with Michaels and Cena vs. Orton and Edge in the main event going over 15 minutes through the last commercial break in the final quarter past 11 p.m., gaining over 800,000 viewers throughout to peak at a 4.8 rating with 6.3 million viewers, making it, along with the Michaels vs. Edge and Orton handicap match on January 15, the joint highest rated segment on WWE television in 5 months. With the show overall ending with Michaels and Cena winning the tag titles, followed by a surprise Taker appearance also drawing a 4.2 rating and the highest rated Raw since August 2006. After a week of build-up with Rumble winner Undertaker appearing on all three brands to set up the hype for the reveal of his WrestleMania opponent, the official decision segment opened Raw on February 5 with Taker going after world champion Batista to set up the SmackDown main event before bringing out Shawn Michaels to put himself in line for the Raw match, followed by Edge and Orton coming out to end, with Vince McMahon booking a three-way for tonight with the winner facing Cena for the title, seeing the loaded segment involving almost every top name on the roster, which in a rare situation was promoted on the company website to kick off the show days in advance, opening huge with one of the biggest opening audiences in years at the 6 million viewers range, building up to another massive viewership with the second hour headlined by the Michaels vs. Edge vs. Orton WrestleMania 23 #1 contender match, almost averaging 6 million viewers overall, peaking with a 4.3 rating and 6.3 million viewers for the Edge-Orton-Michaels main event to make it the fifth straight week the Michaels vs. Rated RKO feud is driving the highest rated segment on Raw, ending with Michaels going over to officially book Raw's top match with Cena vs. Michaels for the title, while closing the show with the start of the build-up to the No Way Out pay-per-view headliner, with both WrestleMania 23 title matches now officially set. Looking to follow up on the most-watched Raw broadcast in nearly 5 years, March 5 outside the headline segment of the night with the official reveal of the guest referee in the Battle of the Billionaires match, saw the company promoting a double main event days in advance of Michaels vs. Orton and Edge vs. Cena, placed to open and close the show in the first and final quarters, setting up a show-long angle building up the potential turn of either Cena and Michaels, with both interfering in each other's matches, first with Cena running in post Orton vs. Michaels, followed by the closing segment coming 30 minutes after another near 5-year peak viewership for the referee reveal, seeing the advertised Cena vs. Edge main event promoted for the past 2 hours ending up in a bait and switch with Johnny Nitro replacing Edge minutes from the match, with Cena vs. Nitro along with the show closing angle of Michaels running in for the save, gaining over 800,000 viewers in the 5-minute overrun to close the show at a 4.5 rating with over 6.3 million viewers. With the company heating up on the road to WrestleMania 23 with massive mainstream publicity not seen in years during the week following the official announcement of the Battle of the Billionaires hair match, following up last Friday's SmackDown going off the air with its biggest ever audience on the Friday night opening Raw, built on Trump picking his WrestleMania representative with one of the biggest opening viewerships since the final stages of the boom period in the first quarter of 2002, drawing a 4.2 rating with over 6 million viewers, featuring Cena, Michaels, Edge and Orton setting up the top match of the night with a rematch for the tag titles, with the show after hitting near 5-year high viewership milestones throughout the night, with the first full Raw to average over 6 million viewers since the first show under the WWE name in May 2002, seeing Michaels and Cena vs. Orton and Edge kicking off at 10:45 p.m. to go over 15 minutes over the full final quarter and 4-minute overrun, gaining over 500,000 viewers for the duration of the main event to close the show at the 6.5 million viewers range. Built over the past week as possibly DX's last ever match with Edge and Orton, promising to finish the job by taking out Michaels, looking to blow off the heated rated RKO vs DX feud strong with boosted interest coming off the legit situation of Triple H's long-term injury, seeing Raw while targeting a massive number for the match being built entirely on the Michaels vs Edge and Orton main event with a show-long hype in several angles adding more heat to the match, leading to the broadcast picking up big throughout the night with the second hour driven by the handicap match spiking to 6 million total viewers, making it the second most watched hour of Raw since the return to the USA Network, only behind the second hour on its debut night in October 3, 2005, with Orton and Edge coming out first to open the final quarter to build up the crowd heat by tearing up DX signs heading into the final commercial break, ending up with Michaels vs Orton and Edge matching the hype both on television and in the ring to go 10 minutes into the overrun. Following up the brutal matching major injury at the New Year's Revolution pay-per-view strong with Michaels taking out Orton to lead to one of the biggest viewership spikes in years, with the Michaels vs Edge and Orton main event gaining over 1.4 million viewers for the duration of it to peak at over 6.7 million viewers in one of the most watched matches on WWE television over the past 4 years.